Hello guys, Jimmy here and welcome to episode 10 of Let's Play Euro Truck Simulator 2. We finally into those double figures. I got there quicker than I thought it would be. Doing this episode a day thing is pretty relaxing for me and pretty awesome, so I'm going to keep it up for as long as I see fit. In the last episode we got pretty much the most northern point that we can in this game. We're up here in Turku, I think maybe Bergen, maybe a bit further north, maybe even some of the Scottish cities, but we're pretty far north and pretty far to the east as well, which is pretty cool. Obviously we're still using the pro mods at the moment. I have added another mod for this part. It is a sound mod for the Volvo, Renault and MAN trucks. Obviously we have a MAN truck. I think it's called the open pipe sound mod. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to sound. I had a quick look at the preview, but I haven't tried it in game yet, so your first experience will be my first experience, which is pretty cool. And today I guess we should probably try and work our way back down south, or maybe over to the west a little bit, maybe trying to explore some of the cities over to the west side of Scandinavia. So, as usual, we'll go to our job market. Now I noticed that my truck has picked up a little bit of wear and tear, only 2%, so we do go past any sort of any sort of service station on the way back. We will probably pick something up there and get our truck sorted out. Anyway, freight market. We are in, can you go up here please, just at the top, almost can't see it, we're so far at the top. Can I click that please? Any chance I can click that? Any chance? Okay, I can't click, that is annoying. Can I get anything that's taking, I don't think anything's actually coming from here, that's the point. This is where the nearest job is, wow, okay. It may be good for me to actually teleport back to Dover then. Otherwise I'm going to end up being just driving this whole episode with nothing to do. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll quickly just go back to Dover. I think it's going to be the best way of doing things. I don't want to drive for that amount of time with no trailer. It just feels really inefficient. So I think we better just pop back to Dover and go from there. So that's, yep, okay, quick travel, thank you. I'm not sure if there's any other way to get around quickly. If anyone does know, then please do let me know that secret. I know you can kind of go this way around, go to your garages, but I think that's about it in terms of quick travel. But no. We will see. We're still not in the position to own more garages yet, so obviously we can't quick travel anywhere but Dover. But anyway, we should be able to get a delivery from here now. Here we go, freight market from Dover. So I guess the pro mods does add in more towns and stuff, but only certain jobs can be taken or something. I'm not sure. Only certain places can give jobs. Maybe, I'm not sure. Anyway, so Dover to, where's this? Now looks like it could be a good drive. What about this one? I think this is to Sweden. Or we can go to Italy. Oh, let's go to Italy. Okay, we're going to go to Italy, guys. I've made my mind up. I haven't been to Italy yet, I don't think, in the game. We went to Switzerland, we went to Zurich, but not Italy, so we're going to do that, I think. And that's going to be taking car parts, our favourite thing in the world. Okay, I like car parts. Now, you might realise that I'm not doing all the really efficient kind of the most money bang for my buck sort of things, but it's only because I'm just doing the ones that I kind of want to drive as opposed to making the most money possible, which I know I said I was really into that at the start, but oh well. Anyway, let's start this thing up and see what the difference is sound-wise, shall we? So do we have our lights on? We do now. Oh, that was new. I'll just turn the engine off, I'm really clever. Parking brake please, while I'm trying to turn off. Do I get the little hiss now every time I pull away? Is that what it is? It sounds like I've got like a massive kind of wastegate thing, you know, like the Supra in that 1300 horsepower mod. Anyway, that's that sounds a bit different, doesn't it? Is anyone coming? I guess I'm only going to be aware whenever I lift off the throttle. That sounds okay. Let me know what you think, guys. Whether it's something we should keep or not. I'll be keeping it until for a couple of episodes anyway, because of the way I'm uploading this. My force feedback is pretty much off, which is not something I remember doing, but we'll live with it. Oh, speeding. Oops, and not really on the right side of the road. What does that mean? That symbol. Turn the parking brake on still. Oh god, no. Maybe I should go to a service station sooner rather than later. There's one round there actually. We'll pop in there very quickly before picking up our delivery. I'm concerned for that light. I'm not entirely sure what it means, so I'll just quickly just chuck it up there and see what is what. You can hear the turbo a lot clearer as well now. Just that whining sound in the background is quite apparent. But hurry up, I want to just get through. There's no one coming. Come on, let me go. There you go. Maybe it's from my. I had a couple of contacts, I think. I shouldn't be speeding, but I want to get it done quickly so I can get on with this delivery. Break. Okay, let's have a look, see what's what. So, it's how much is it going to cost me to fix it anyway? Okay, it's not much, I'm going to do it. There's nothing wrong with the engines or anything, so maybe I'm just going to repair it, I guess, and hope that gets rid of my bit. I think it's wrong. What's in the upgrade shop while we're here? Nothing interesting that I can see. I don't want to put any of this stuff on right now. I'll do that when I'm not recording, I think. I'll do that for now. So it looks like a temperature light, maybe because we're not hot enough? I don't know. If that's been there in the last episodes, I've just not seen it. I should have looked then, but again in a rush to get a delivery. That's really odd. Oh, now it's gone. What did that mean? I'm really confused. Maybe it was just too cool when it was like a "this isn't ready yet" type light, maybe? I feel really stupid because I feel like I actually know what that means. I think I wasn't really close enough to see what it was though. I feel like the kind of a warning for temperature. So I noticed, I feel like the cab is noticeably louder with this this mod as well. So hopefully it isn't drowning out my voice. Now let's pick up our delivery. Oh, if we can stop, there you go. To Milano we go. First thing we're going to be doing is catching a ferry, which I think is maybe from here. That's 7 foot away. Sounds a lot better in the lower revs, just in the higher revs, I think. Oh god, I think it's hiding. Yeah, it's hiding behind that other one. It's not a big trailer. This one. It's 10 tons. We've been hauling diggers around, which are double that weight, so we should hopefully the truck will do all right. Let's rock and roll to Italy for the first time. I wonder if there's anywhere I can get a job down there. Hopefully there is. I don't want to be stuck down there and have to come back to Dover again. That'd be damn annoying. It kind of ruins my kind of flow when I have to do that. I have to do it when I install that Pro Mods thing. But I guess that is kind of fair enough because I had to. It basically just rejigs the whole map, and doing so is quite a big overhaul. I'm not quite sure how far I'm going to go with mods because my experience in modding comes primarily from R-Factor, the first one, and I learned in that particular game, I'm not sure how optimized it was for mods or not, that the more you put into it, the more issues you come across, and I guess that's the same with anything you mod, but that's just my experience with that particular game. And I don't want to end up, you know, having to change my Let's Play kind of. I don't really like the term Let's Play, but it just seems to suit what I'm doing. To change my series because of a mod that's broken, or you get what I'm trying to say. I don't want to have mods kind of dictate the whole series. Although the Pro Mods thing is pretty damn cool because I get to go places I don't get to go before. I said before that the roads felt a bit more realistic in the way that they were kind of laid out. But if I'm going to have mods, it's going to be stuff like this. Like the only other extreme mod I would think about is maybe having a snow mod for like an episode or two. Otherwise, you know, it's just sound mods really. I don't want much else. And like I had the one for the rain, you know, made it look a bit better, made it sound a bit better, which I thought was a good addition because it kind of it added to the gameplay experience as opposed to some like really ridiculous, you know, new truck. And again, that's something else that I've come across with mods. Again, for R Factor, not for this. So I'm not sure if it's fair if I apply it, but it's the only series I have to go by. Is that user-made stuff really does differ. Some of it's really good, and some of it's really bad. I'm going to stay on the throttle here and try and get a bit of speed before I obviously lose some going up this big hill. Come on, San! Nope. Rubbish. Come on. Anyway. But yeah, I don't want to, because the base stuff in Euro Truck, you know, all the kind of, you know, the interiors and stuff are pretty nice. They're pretty well done. You can't see that much right now because I'm in the dark, but they all look pretty complete and believable. And when you end up making mods, I mean, a good example would be, I know it's only in beta, but I'm using it as an example. That Assetto Corsa mod that I did a review of the other, not even a review, just a look at the other day. That's my, there you go. That looked in the interior like pretty basic, you know, and compared to the other cars in Assetto Corsa, it felt just good. It sounded good, but it didn't look very good on in the interior. So anyway, with that speed, so I wouldn't want to have like a truck like that where you look at it and go, oh, obviously this is definitely a modded truck or one that's been added into the game. I want ones that are indistinguishable, that kind of blend in seamlessly. There are a lot of mods for American trucks, I guess, because wrong button. This game, I imagine, is popular in America as well. I've seen a lot of Americans playing it, including our very own Showdown 1983, which that reminds something else. I'll do that in a second. But there are a lot of those kind of American big old heavy big rig type trucks, and they wouldn't be on British roads, so, and well, even European roads, you know, it'd be very rare to see, so I wouldn't want to put them in. What I was going to say is that I meant to do like a shout out a long time ago, but I kind of forgot, or oh my gosh, I'm pressing that button, or just didn't do it. It's one of the two, and that is to Timo on YouTube, Super Dio Miro. Some of you know him from Grip TV, some of you probably won't know him. He is doing a German playthrough of this game. He's driving it as well, but it's a German one, so any of you Germans there who are interested in seeing another perspective of Euro Truck, definitely head over to his channel. I'll link it in the description. Hopefully I'll remember to do that, because I'm really bad at remembering links. And yeah, go check it out, because he's from what I can understand of the gameplay here, he plays a pretty hilarious style of the game, and he also has music as well. I don't have music, so go check him out if you're German and want to see some more Euro Truck. Can't get enough of it. Go ahead over there. We're coming up to the challenge hole now, and I'll just over rev the shit out of my truck. I didn't even look. Oh god, I could have so easily killed someone there. And again, I think it's the second one we get to go down. Nope. And yep, second one. I just completely twatted my my paddle there. That reminds me, I need to do a video, a kind of like a recruitment video, I guess, for Richard Burns Rally. I said that I want to set up a rally event at some point for everyone, just for fun, so I need to do that. That'll be a video for you guys to watch as well. Off we go to Calais, 300 euros, and 35 minutes later we will arrive. I've got to take giving money for travelling, just for fuel, thank you very much. Let's go. That's why I disagree with things like toll roads, especially in the UK. We pay out the arse for like road tax and insurance and everything, and we have to pay every now and then for a toll road as well, so come on. I think the French system for road tax is better, and from my understanding, it's paid with fuel, so they pay a little bit extra on their fuel, but that also includes their road tax, and they actually only pay for the you know, the miles they drive. In England you pay like a set rate each year, or half year, depending how you do it, and it's again, it's more expensive to do it for a half year than it is for a year, which sounds like some sort of sales pitch. It shouldn't be a sales pitch, for fuck's sake. It should be like, this is tax, is at a set rate. Nah, you pay less if you pay for the whole year, so if you buy a whole year of us and commit to the year, you'll pay less. I think I'm on the right side of the road, so in case I'm not, it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of despicable really, and we still pay more than fuel than pretty much anyone else in the world. For those who don't know, It is a fuel price over here, average at about £1.32 or £1.30 would be like a pretty cheap estimate. Or £1.30 a litre for fuel. Now, I'm not quite sure how many litres there are to a gallon, but any of you American guys out there are going to appreciate you're paying a lot less for fuel than everyone else is. Which is kind of bad because you guys seem to use it all up. Oh. That's a lie, everyone uses it. There's just not many of us, not as many of us than you are. But then again, a lot of the American cars are quite, these big V8 things that demand you put all the fuel in the world in them to run for a mile and a half. But I'm not going to get into fuel debates because I like racing, so it'd be really pointless. This is a giveaway. Now it's not go. Power. Oh, okay. That's good that we weren't there a tiny bit earlier. That could have been awkward. 15 hours and a minute to go to our destination. And waiting for this truck to hurry up and get going. God damn it. Now, one of the guys at Grip TV, and one of someone I talk to a lot, Eric, different Eric from iRacing Eric, although he is an iRacing Eric as well, which makes things very confusing. Otherwise known as EDub. He seems having troubles with like driving the truck and kind of remembering to use the clutch and stuff like that. And I say, like, in Euro Truck, the most important thing is kind of just getting used to how big the truck is and actually driving it around. Obviously, and making sure that you know where the back end of it is, where the front of it is, basically where that, so you don't hit anything is the main thing. That's, I guess that's kind of vital with driving as well. And I think until you can do that fine, don't worry about clutch, don't worry about manual gears, just make sure you kind of know where your truck is and get used to driving this massive thing, especially if you're a sim racer, because you're used to driving this, what would be quite a pointy race car, to something which is as slow, sluggish and unresponsive as a truck. Granted, there's a bit of power behind it, but there are racing cars that are a lot smaller than this and have more horsepower, so, you know, it can be quite easy to forget this thing's a bit of a slug. Once you have that down, then by all means, like, get to learning cars and whatever. This is going to be difficult because is he coming to the right? I can't see because the sign's there. Oh, he's going to let me go. Okay, thank you. So I'll continue that vein in a second, just pull out. All the power in the world to get up the hill. Come on! Yes, there you go. Yeah, once you got clutch, like as I talk about doing clutching properly, once you get used to all of that, then start, you know, maybe with a manual gears without a clutch and get used to shifting gears and how they work, and only then start using the clutch as well. It's the same with Richard Burns Rally. I know I'm comparing driving a truck to a rally car, but bear with me. In Richard Burns Rally, I started off being really quite bad at it, as everyone does, because that game is fucking difficult. And move over to the left, good. And like I started off driving automatic, you know, just so I could get a feel for how the car reacted, how it worked, etc. Then I moved to a sequential gearbox, and which was really difficult because, well, it's not difficult, but you realise how much time you have your hand off the wheel when you're using a sequential gearbox. So you're down a lot changing gears. I know in rally cars it's not as bad because they're quite torquey, but for RSRBR in general, when you have some of the older cars that actually need the revs to work, then you know, it gets difficult. Maurice just walked in, so that's why I stuttered a bit. I was trying to tell her I'm recording, and but then, like, RSRBR, you can get mods. Well, it's not part of RSRBR, but you can get a mod that enables H pattern shifters for Richard Burns, which basically means that you can use H pattern shifter with it. And the normal game doesn't support that because it only has kind of rally cars with a up and down sequential box. But then having the H pattern shifter and the older car kind of means you have to start using the clutch as well. And I got to tell you, using like a clutch, having one hand off the wheel, wrestling the rally car at the same time, looking at the environment, kind of thinking about the engine, thinking about how the tyres are going to grip or not, all of that is really quite difficult to process in your head. But once you kind of get used to it and you understand it and you remember it becomes muscle memory. It's a whole lot easier. Like now, I don't. When I reach for the gear stick, my foot automatically goes over to my clutch, like it's a reaction. So I always make sure that's now a reaction for me. Same with heel and toe. So you won't see that in Euro Truck because I don't need to do it. But you find a position that your foot is comfortable in, and you practice that position. And then whenever you go to it again, your foot automatically kind of defaults to that position, and you can kind of get the heel and toe right, which is cool. And but I want to know with rally cars, and again, your knowledge, my audience, may be better than mine because I'm always learning about motorsport. Because I'm not an engineer, I'm not into engineering or mechanics or any of that kind of thing. I just like racing, so my knowledge of the cars and how they work is really quite poor. But I know there were some gearboxes that had the H pattern shifter, but no clutch. So you would just kind of H pattern on the way up, and then, or you would clutch on the way down. I'm sorry. But on the way up you wouldn't have to do it. And I'm wondering, like, if there are any rally cars that would have that. That was really unfair of me to do that to that poor little Mini, but I was carrying too much momentum to kind of stop there. That was my fault, but oh well. Poor Mini. So this is when the truck sounds good and these low revs here, but when it gets above 1500 RPM it starts sounding a bit odd. Come on. Really struggling to get up that hill there. Only 10 tons, we do need a new truck I think, but it will come in time. This one's doing us fine for now, isn't it? So I don't think there's a rush to swap over. Although I think you can get a cheap Volvo for like the same amount of money as this. So maybe I'll look at the Volvo dealers after this and we'll see what's what and see what kind of difference I'll end up paying. So and I'm fairly sure the cheap Volvo has at least 100 more horsepower. So it may be worth the trade-in, especially as this thing. No, I think it's got the least horsepower in the worst truck in the game. Well, power-wise, it seems alright on the fuel. Again, I think I've only stopped once for fuel in this entire playthrough, and we're on episode 10 now. So maybe it'd be worth keeping around. But then again, I would like to maybe just straight out buy a truck instead of wasting money trading it in, because then I'm preparing myself for the future of more garages. So I don't know. It's difficult. Anyway, I quite enjoy talking about driving technique, because that's why I do sim racing. I just love driving, and that's why I'm doing this, because I just love driving. Regardless of if I'm driving fast or slow, it's fun to be behind the wheel of a massive machine and just kind of watch the world go by. And getting back to Richard Burns Rally, like that's the game that really requires you to have that technique down. I'm not quite sure what the differences are here. I'm going to go through this one because it's just where everyone else is going. I'll be a sheep. But you have to really concentrate on the road and every little bump and the pace notes as well, so you have to listen to the pace notes. You have to see if they're bullshit or not, because sometimes in Richard Burns they are. Sometimes they get called far too late, and then perhaps once when I was coming up to a hairpin, I saw it, I was halfway through it, and then they called the hairpin. So thank you. Obviously I would have got through there faster if I had the pace notes, but I managed to somehow slow the car down from like 100 mile an hour and hit the handbrake and power around, but it was quite a terrifying experience. And there are like a lot of different driving styles and a lot of different skill levels. I guess is important to talk about as well. I mean, if I was to rate myself like as a sim racer in the entirety of everyone, like I'd say like I'm just like above average. Like I'm not maybe good, like not like maybe like in the top 40% or so, like maybe even less than that. But I wouldn't say like I'm at a level of other people. I mean, I know like comparing other YouTubers, I know kind of have an idea of how fast they are. Like Matt Orr is faster than I am. I'm gonna just put that. No, I'm not. I'm pretty sure he's faster than I am in GTs anyway. And you know, Bailey is really fast, and Mills is really fast, and I have no issue with that because I always enjoy racing them. Come on, let me out. But you know, regardless of what you play and what you drive, there's always, what I'm trying to get at is to go down this avenue of skill, that there's always stuff for everyone to drive competitively. Like I drove in the CMS race the other day, and it's fair to say that a lot of people there are kind of very casual drivers. They like Bailey and I were talking about strategy and what would be quicker in the pits, and like we were taking it quite seriously. But a lot of people over there maybe I'm not trying to be like rude or anything, but it sounds like I am, which is completely incorrect. I'm just saying at a more casual level, they're kind of just there for the fun of it, whereas Bailey and I were there for the kind of competition and the winning and whatever. And it was still really fun. I really enjoyed being over there. There were some very, very safe drivers, very consistent drivers, and that is what I kind of rate most in a sim race for a driver, is just consistency. Out and out pace will only get you so far. I'm about to be murdered by this truck. No, get out of it! Any racing driver will tell you that, for God's sake, let alone me as a sim racer. I mean, you don't listen to my opinion, do you? Because I'm just a filthy casual. That's a lie. So yeah, I'll make that rigid burn for you later today, and you'll see just how far ahead I am in recording. It's like 2 or 3 days, which is pretty cool. I like being ahead. It means I have a little bit of leeway. If I don't manage to make an episode, I can just upload one I've done already. It means that you guys don't have to end up skipping a Euro truck, which is not what I want. I want to keep it flowing, consistent. But I do want to start bringing other content to the channel other than sim racing. Well, still racing, still driving, but I haven't quite decided what. I feel that like the channel that I have now was very much based on iRacing and competitive online racing, which is fine because that's how it started. But attitudes change, people change, I change, and kind of a way of how I approach driving. I take it less seriously than I used to, because I'm just more interested in having fun now and kind of driving cars that I want to drive, as opposed to driving something I'm told to drive. I mean, I am still looking to be like in some competitive races, but nowhere near the level I was before. Like in iRacing, I'd dedicate time to practice to make sure like I was okay to be on the track, and that's something everyone should do anyway. But I mean, like I wouldn't take part in the race unless I had at least 2 or 3 hours under my belt on that car and that track at that time. And that kind of thing gets really time consuming, Like my life has changed since I started. I'm now set to be married. I'm engaged. I'm living in a different house now. I've got my 3rd year of university coming up, which is going to be terrifying, maybe, but an experience nonetheless. I'm still looking for a project to do for that. I might even do some motorsport photography. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? That's a little dream I would love to fulfill, but you can only get so far nowadays, can't you? And just the situation of change means that I'm doing less. And also, Grip TV came along, kind of the brainchild of myself and Malone. And whilst I don't do as much of that as I used to, because again, different circumstances. I've kind of moved almost from like a racing role to like a reporter, reviewer, commentator role, which I'm kind of enjoying, to be honest. I like that because I can sit there and talk openly and honestly about what about a race. Look, 19 euros. Why is that one 19? The other one was like 180. God damn it! I've been stiffed. I just hate pulling out of these. It's such like a go, and I have no power. Yeah, screw you. Totally not a Laguna. But yeah, being a commentator is a lot of fun, and I encourage those who like talking about sport, any sport, but sim racing in general, to give it a go. Commentary is a very interesting thing. A lot of people don't like the sound of their own voice, me included, which is very funny, thinking about how many videos I upload, but hearing myself play back is always cringeworthy, because I notice all the flaws in what I'm saying. I notice that my speech isn't quite correct, because I think I said before that I had very severe speech impediments as a child, and I've overcome those through extensive speech therapy. I mean extensive, I mean years and years and years of it. And I notice all the little kind of bits where I slip up, and that really annoys me. But commentary itself is really rewarding, especially when you have like a really good crew with you. I mean, doing that VEC Le Mans 24 Hours, which I will again try and remember to link. The full broadcast is on YouTube, it's on the Grip TV YouTube. I had Bailey in there, who just has this fantastic ability just to retain knowledge about the race and cars and statistics, and then Malone, who is just entertaining, and you know, he's coming on really well as a commentator. When he started off, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind me saying that he was a bit patchy. Like, he would just talk about nothing that really was correct, and he would find it really difficult to talk alone. And this is something that I went through as well. I'm not saying that by any means I just turned up and was like, yeah, I can commentate, great. No way. Like, it took a lot of time and effort to get to like where I am now, where I can sit down and talk for even this period of time. Oh my god, my mic just fell on me. I think I was getting bored. Like, Jimmy, shut up, stop talking about yourself, and just fell on me. Okay, Mike, stay there. Sorry about that, guys. That would have been really loud for you. Oh god. Hopefully it won't fall on me again. I've just kind of propped it up very quickly. Fingers crossed. Maybe that's a sign to stop talking about commentary, but no, I don't want to. I'm on the vein now. I want to talk about it. My first ever endeavour to do any sort of playthrough, let's play, talking, driving thingy was Need for Speed Underground on the PS2. No, sorry. Oh my god, the mic went over again. Don't worry, I got this. I need to now... I will talk about this in a second, guys. Sorry to kind of like stop and start, but I don't want this mic to fall on me when I'm recording. Can I pull over somewhere and fix this? This is the thing. I've got one hand now on my mic to keep it from falling on me, and one hand on the wheel. And it looks like I'm in a bit of an issue right here because there's nowhere to pull over. Any side, any side. My hand's starting to cramp. Oh, god damn it. Come on. No one on my right. If I pull over... No, that's not a hard shoulder. Where's a hard shoulder? There it is. First time I've had to use this, actually. Technical. My car's died. Truck's died, whatever. Okay, that's good. Right. Okay, that should have fixed it now. Hopefully I'll remember to edit out the bit where I fixed it in post. If not, then you just heard me just wrestle Mike for a little bit. Anyway, I need to get back on the road because I had to pull over to sort that out, otherwise I would have been holding a mic for the rest of the episode. I might be a bit quieter now because it's a little bit further away from my face than it was before. And let's get up to speed. I'm not going to just pull away from nothing. I'm going to just force this mini to let me in, thank you. Anyway, where was I before this mic fell on me? Yeah, Need for Speed Need for Speed Most Wanted, on the PS2. I really love that game. I played the hell out of it, and I wanted to do like a little playthrough, mainly as like an avenue to talk to people, you know, and you know, share thoughts on the game and whatever. And I went to record the first episode. I did the first bit. I set it all up. I started recording it, and I had to talk, and nothing came out. Absolutely nothing, as the door shuts in the background. Is there anything else want to happen? Noise? No? Yeah, whatever. Looks like it's about to rain. I'm going to preempt this. Wipers on. But, you know, like, it's not easy, especially that first time. And the way I got around that, I might even try to do that Let's Play again one day, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. The way I got around doing that is just by talking about what I was doing, and it sounds really easy, like really kind of like a really easy way of doing it. Like in racing, when I drive, I always have like an inner monologue just running through my head of like what I did good, what I did bad, how I could have improved that particular lap. I'm going to put out here. No one hit me, please. I'm just a truck. You know, I'm thinking about how far the guy behind me is, what I need to do to increase that gap or defend, where I need to go to overtake. All those things are going through my head all the time when I race. And I thought, okay, if I can just vocalise this, then maybe like it'll be entertaining to watch. And thankfully, which is now 1,500 of you guys, which is really cool, having that many subscribers. I'm kind of like jingly at that prospect. Jingly, is that a word? Probably. That's really awesome to the people that are interested in what I have to say about my racing, and maybe it doesn't translate as well to stuff like this because I'm just driving with kind of aimlessly almost, just to get my truck business off the ground. But it's just fun to sit and talk, and talking to yourself is probably the weirdest thing you can do. But I don't see it like that. I see it as talking to my subscribers. Whenever I do a video now, I don't talk to just myself. and that's what makes it a lot easier. And maybe that's to be like my one bit of advice to anyone who wanted to try and start talking about videos and making videos, is that the hardest thing you can do is talk to yourself consistently for like a long period of time, and these Euro Truck episodes have really kind of put that home for me. I've had like times where I struggled to think of something to say because I'm just literally just on a road driving in the rain with 10 hours in this case in game time till I get to my destination, and you know, there's nothing around me, there's a fence to the right, there's cars going past me, it's raining, it's just a dull English English afternoon as far as I'm concerned. But you think of something, like you think of a tangent and you just follow it, which is what I've done today, and this is why I'm talking about this. That's what I love most about YouTube, is just having that communication with people. And I actually sent a message to someone regarding this the other day, but as like quite introverted young man, I sound like my mother, it's very difficult to be social, and having like, it took a long time before I could think about putting my face up anywhere or like actually being part of a TeamSpeak or anything. That was really a really difficult thing to get into. I'm sorry, I'm being quite self-indulgent here and talking about myself a lot, but hopefully you guys don't mind. Hell, I used to have a vlog, for God's sake. That's self-indulgent enough, isn't it? Don't hit this guy in the transit. I'm really wary of my brakes because it's wet at the moment. I'm not sure how much the wet affects them, but I assume it does a little bit. I've never had a kind of a moment where I've had a slide from the front. They've always been like oversteer, you're about to roll slides normally. But yeah, sorry, I was saying that, you know, this kind of thing where I'm just a voice, and I know people have seen before, I've streamed, and that again took time to come to terms with being on stream. It's good because, you know, I can just put it up, and if I want to I can ignore the video. Of course I don't, but it's a way of kind of getting yourself out there, and it's again something I'd recommend if anyone's struggling with that sort of thing. But you won't talk about that too much longer, because I don't want to get into all that, because it's just a bit boring, to be honest. Boring for me anyway, I've heard enough of it. Thank you to, I think it was, I'm just going to call you Chris, because that's your name, I think. I'm really sorry if it isn't, I'm very sure it's Chris. It's Scotura. Thank you for letting me know about these lights. I got a fine once when it was raining for not having lights, and apparently it's like law for truckers to have their lights on in the rain. So thank you for that. I would have got another fine. I'm trying to avoid those right now, considering we got one in the last episode for completely cutting up a poor car. Wondering why my mic fell over. Maybe Marie knocked it when she came in. That's probably what happened. I'll blame Marie, but not in front of her, right? Don't tell her, guys. Actually, I've just gone past that rest stop and noticed that I need to rest soon. I think the next rest stop we're going to have to pull over and catch 40 winks, because our guy is looking pretty knackered. But now we're stuck behind. Go! Silly decision number one, go. Can we carry momentum? Yeah, screw it. Oh no, it's a crest. Yeah. Overtake hero for the win. This is why I'm not a truck driver in real life. I just get really impatient. I have many a stupid story I could tell, but I wouldn't through fear of being called an idiot. Already, I know I already am one for doing such things, so it's fine. And I paid for that anyway, so I paid for that in the lack of car at the end. Some damn good water. Oh, there goes the bottle. So 9 hours to our destination, somewhere in the north of Italy. I didn't actually look at the destination. I think it was Milano, maybe. I might check at some point, see where we're going. I'm just following a GPS. If it told me to turn to the south right now, I would. That's how much I'm following that GPS. I don't think I've ever willingly kind of detoured from it. I've always been following it like it's a lifeline. Cruise control on, so I've learned kind of from my last experience with cruise control. I've only got one foot up now. My other foot is hovering over the brake in case something goes wrong. This could be a circumstance when that happens. Slight corner. No, we were right. not as sharp as I thought it was going to be. I got asked in the comments for that kind of the cab through the winding Alp road sort of thing, to do it with a trailer. No, is the answer to that. I would just crash. The trailer adds so much more weight and so much more stopping distance to the truck that would be almost impossible. It's almost impossible anyway to get through there quickly and not crash into something. Especially as this thing really is not designed to go around corners like that. Not at all. Not at all. Off the back of yesterday's episode, I had a quick look to see if I could acquire Test Drive Unlimited on the PC, and I can indeed. If I wanted to buy it, I could go. Oh Jesus, go and get it, and go and play it, which is something I might do. But it's like £5. I don't want to spend £5 on the game right now. Money is tight. I'm a student, as always. Yeah, I've been a student for a while, so I'm not gonna buy things I don't really need. Speaking of which, actually, I heard off the grapevine, Timo in particular, that YouTube are going to implement some sort of donation system similar to Twitch. Well, I say similar to Twitch. It's just kind of Twitch culture to donate to people, which is a bit odd, but okay. I myself have received money from people, nowhere near enough to live off, but very generous. Regardless, probably about £60 or so, I guess, in the history of Twitch I've earned, which is really more than I've got from YouTube, but I don't do this for the money. I spent that £60 or so on food to live on, and I think it was like a new track in iRacing or something. Like it doesn't go anywhere like exotic. It just goes to either food and very rarely to something to do with sim racing, so I can make some content with it. And my attitude towards that is like, I guess it's kind of a good thing. A lot of people use this this website. I think it's called like Patron. Like it's meant to say patron, but obviously it's kind of like spelled differently because it's about paying people. And some big YouTubers I know, I say big YouTubers, bigger than me anyway. Well, they are quite big, like 200k subscribers or so. They have that on their site, and they make like £3,000 a month just through people giving them money. And some people will get money for each video they put out, which can be good, but that may see a reduction in quality if that person's doing it for the money. How that would affect me, I would never ask for donations up front. I make these videos because I enjoy it, and because like I said before, I enjoy the prospect of talking to people and communicating. Something that I enjoy. Oh my god. Okay, I got that. I got my brake foot down just in time. Anyway, yeah, something that I enjoy to other people and who might also enjoy it. I'm not going to make these lights now, am I? Come on. Go. Fantastic recruit. I would never make it for money or anything like that, which I've been accused of before, which is really a shame because the money that I get from YouTube is negligible. I don't think you're allowed to talk about it for some reason, which is really odd, but it's not been enough for me to do anything with. Put it that way. Up the bloody hill! But, I wouldn't say no to having a donation button on my page. I wouldn't expect people to give to it. It would just be there in case some rich person from Abu Dhabi came along and was like, I like your videos, and gave him 50k. That'd be nice. That's not unheard of. But otherwise, I would never actually flat out ask for money because, like I said, I do, it's a hobby. It's not something that I do for money. Anyone who does do that is getting into YouTube for the wrong reason. Their content will suck, and they won't be fun to watch. For example, I'm well aware that this Euro Truck series is not at the moment. It might do in the future. I don't know. It doesn't really earn me anything, to be honest. The kind of interaction and viewership is quite a lot less than my other videos that I do regarding actual racing. I guess an example would be that my first Eurotrack episode, which is always the best episode in the series from what I've learned on viewership and interaction wise, Has about 300 views or so, and 25 likes, which is really cool, which is better than I expected to do. And then a set of course video that I released about a week after that, and 5 days after that. I've just done a lot better because it's a set of Corsa, you know, it's driving and it's racing, what people are here for, which is absolutely fine. But the point I'm trying to make is that if I was trying to eke as much money out as I could out of YouTube, I would not be doing Euro Truck. I'd be covering every single mini update that happened for anything ever. And you could argue that I did that with a set of Corsa, but that was something that interested me because it was a mod, and I like mods, so that's why I covered it with such haste. That, and I had a lot of Euro Truck to do as well, so I wanted to get it out. But now I'm kind of just in it to enjoy myself, and hopefully it will reflect in some of the videos. Like, there are a couple of iRacing videos that I put up towards the end of me recording iRacing, and some more might come in the future, I don't know, but the last iRacing video I put up where I actually drove, I don't think I actually enjoyed it. I kind of just did it because I thought the YouTube channel would enjoy it. It might sound quite selfish, and to be honest I don't really care, because there are periods of times where I've just stopped kind of recording videos out of boredom and just done other things, and that happens every now and then. You'll see it in, like, if you look for the dates of the release of the videos, sometimes it's like months between them, and sometimes in this case there are like 10 or so in 10 days, you know. I really upped the wick. Oh dear, the guy's yawning. When's the next rest station? Oh shit. It's F5, isn't it? Yeah, I've learned. Okay, there's one on our route, so we should be there fairly soon, hopefully before our guy actually falls asleep at the wheel, because I don't want to end up barreling into one of these farms. We won't have enough momentum to overtake this guy, plus we've got an uphill now, so we'll go into 11th. Is he going to turn off? He's not indicating. Okay, keep going. Flat out. Come on, yeah, bitch. Which reminds me, I downloaded a mod the other day for Factor 2, which is some sort of, from like a fantasy road which is like 17 kilometers long that I need to drive on at some point. I think it was Epic Post, the guy that recommended it to me, so thank you for that. I'm really close to that guy. Kind of tailgating him a bit, but oh well. When is his service? I need these services to come up pretty quick. Actually, my guy's gonna fall asleep soon. Go, 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 go! Come on, come on! I can't stop as quick as he can though, so I better actually not be too close. Oh god! I think I might have scraped the wall there. I know I'm tired, I'm trying to find somewhere to rest. Euro Truck doesn't let you camp at the side of the road. I'm not even gonna lift, I'm gonna go in this whole shoulder. I need to keep the pace up, I can't afford to slow down. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is some sort of rest stop going on this next road coming up in the GPS to the right. So hopefully we'll get there soon. We can't tank it though, it's like 5 hours left and we'll just be knackered. And our guy will fall asleep and we'll get in trouble basically. We might even get our first tiredness fine, because we're still a little way away from it. Hopefully they won't. I think what would be a good idea, like for this, because maybe it does take some of the route planning out of it, we don't really have that because of the GPS, is that, I'm not sure if this is how it works already, but the warning comes up, you're sleepy, and then if you look at the GPS route, if you go past the service station and you don't go into it, then you should get a penalty, I think. But I think if you're too far away to like get there, like there for example, I missed one a while back and then I think this is the next one I've come across. If I miss one, that's just me being really bad. But you know, where can I put this truck? I guess over here. Can I just fill in here? Will that work? Yes, it will. Good. But we got away with that. We got there just in time. I'm fine now. Actually, I also need fuel. Can I reverse this back into that? I don't think I can. Let's see if we can. It's going to be tight, isn't it? No, 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 not that way. I think this has gone terribly wrong. Yes, it has. Where's the next fuel stop? Is that it coming up there? Oh my god, give me that first gear. I do want that fuel. I've noticed how low we are. If I can just get here and then reverse it back in, I should be alright. Onto the road. God, more reversing than I want to do, I'll tell you that. Just given how fucking difficult trucks are to reverse, and then I'm gonna... Oh, did I hit something? I'm gonna wipe it still on, get off. I think we're actually okay. Pro. Fill that tank, yo. So here diesel with €1.44, which is a little bit cheaper than it is here, because obviously given the conversion rate. Give me that fuel, yo. Oh my god, oh, that's a lot of money for fuel. This tank is massive though. Yeah, that's probably why I'm not running out of fuel. It's all the fuel in the world, that's why. No, so we are now rested and watered. We will continue the last part of our journey towards Milano. Isn't Italy a fine place? Never been to Italy before. I think closest I've been is to Belgium, which is pretty nice. Good waffles. That isn't me just being like, oh, stereotypes. Actually, are very good waffles there. Haven't been abroad for a while actually. Last time I went abroad was to Spain. That was really damn hot. We stayed in a really nice like villa type thing. Oh. You know what, like going to the service station actually makes me sleepy, because like it's now night, the guy's yawning, I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty tired actually. The way my sleeping pattern works is it's kind of, it revolves around Marie. It's really bad when she's not here, and when she is here it gets fixed again. I'm doing something very stupid. I'm going to cut this guy out completely, get ahead of him, and then pull in. Oh, that's not a gate. Okay, good, it is. I thought it was one of those loop ones. I've had to slam on the brakes, but it's not, luckily. Look at momentum, we're going to totally pass this guy. Is there a speed truck coming up? No, I don't think there is. You'd be surprised how much quicker this goes by when your limit is off, by the way. I was playing online multiplayer the other day to hunt down Matt Malone, and I did so, and I stalked him for a while. It's pretty damn funny. And it took him a while for him to realise I was there. I was there for about 10 minutes before someone pointed out in the chat that they saw me. But I had my limiter off and I was doing like 100 plus miles an hour, and all these little mini kind of little turns in the motorway become a lot more challenging at that speed. It's always one big drift, and you find yourself taking what can only be described as very hilarious racing lines to get round them. Not something that I recommend to someone who doesn't like drifting trucks, which I think is everyone. Although it's speeding, they need to carry the speed up here to actually get up here. It's really odd to keep the left side of that cab almost hitting that, to my view, almost hitting the rail, but I've got a lot of space still. I thought I lost my trailer. I looked back and there was no trailer, but it was just dark. I really panicked for a second. That would have been quite awkward. Yeah, I left the trailer back in Dover. Shit, back I go. I wonder if anyone's ever been that stupid before to forget their trailer. I mean, like, these big HCV vehicles, obviously, that, you know, it's not something you would notice it, I think, on the performance of the truck, and you would notice there not being a massive shadow behind you and being able to see quite clearly out the rear window, maybe. I'm unsure. That'd be pretty damn funny. God, still 4 hours to go. I think it's such a long drive, this one. I'm not complaining, I do like longer drives, but it feels like a longer drive. I think because I took the ferry at the start, and now obviously I'm having to actually drive this last 4 hours. I think this was the length of the first episode was like only like a 3 or 4 hour drive, and it was to Southampton. Need more water so my throat from closing up. I kind of like these kind of petrol stations that are kind of buried a little bit to the side of the road. That feels really realistic, especially like I can't really talk of this part of the world, but in England you kind of get that on the motorways. You'll get like a service station which is kind of in the bushes almost. Kind of feels very real. Almost makes me feel a little bit what is the word? A little bit nostalgic for those long journeys when you're a young child sitting in the back of the car and your mother or father is driving, and obviously you're half asleep because you're bored. And it's nostalgia the word I'm looking for. Is it boredom? I don't know. I think any memory is nostalgia nowadays, isn't it? I've got to say, on the impressions of this truck sound, you know, I don't really know. Like, I think a combination of this and the other one would be better. This one sometimes feels like it's a little bit too high pitched, you know. You kind of lose some of that beefiness, and you lose that sometimes. You lose it anyway because this headset doesn't have any. This headset doesn't have any bass to it, so I kind of lose the beefiness of the truck a little bit. When you actually put the bass on the big speakers, it really does sound like a, you know, a truck. But I find that kind of loses some of that with this sound mod. Again, guys, I'm really quite curious to hear your opinion. So, if you have any insight into how these things actually sound, I probably should do my own little research, but I never really get around to doing it because I'm lazy, I guess the word is. But let me know if they sound all right. I don't want it to be a bad sounding experience, especially when all I'm doing in mods or trying to do in mods is kind of create or find sound mods and environment mods to make it sound a bit more realistic, make it feel a bit more realistic. I'm putting serious thought to getting that GPS one where you just put it on the dash and you just see it, because a lot of the information there I can actually see. Oh, I can see my fuel for definite on the dash. I just have to remember to keep an eye out for it, you know. Ooh. The driver is tired. Please pull over to the service station. I shouldn't be tired. It's only like 4 o'clock here at the moment. Oh God! I was looking for my phone and I just I had to explain that to police. Yeah, I was just reaching for my phone and I hit a guy. Come on, get out of it. Merge, 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 merge. It's gonna be my fault we're gonna crash. No, he braked just in time. Yes. It wasn't enough to scare him once. I made him shit his pants the second time there. I'm a good man. This is like a very long tunnel. Are we going under a hill? I didn't see the scenery before we. I was too busy concentrating not smash into that poor guy. That's what he gets for trying to be my friend. Something else that was interesting, because this episode is obviously one of the longer ones, is that I got a suggestion that if an episode runs over an hour, it might be an idea to split it into 2. Maybe, I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Mainly because of uploads and kind of publishing things is weird. It's not weird, but it can be confusing. Then again, an hour episode is a long time to sit down and watch something. Then again, I think of these things, people just maybe tune in. Some people tune in to listen. I know some people kind of tune in just to listen to like the truck and the sounds, whatever. I have really difficult time sitting down watching a video for like an hour or so. I tend to skip through videos when I watch them, like just find the good bits and then to leave it at that, which is really bad, I know, as a inverted commas creator, as YouTube calls us now. But I'm really bad at looking through videos. I prefer making them than watching them. Oh, this is the kind of traffic that annoys me, where I'm kind of in between a gear. I'm kind of just waiting for something to happen. I've just noticed, looking down my cruise controller, in this truck we've driven so far, in game miles of course, 2,144 miles. There goes the forward, it rolls over. Took a long time to do that. Where's that one go? What happened there? Did that just cross over to the left? That was really odd. I thought that was inviting me there to go to the other side of the road. That would have been dangerous. I would have done that as well and probably hit something. Oh. Some sort of special drink to that way. But the Milano is now finally coming up on the sign, so we are getting closer. Only 2 hours and 20 minutes away in game time now, so Definitely getting a lot closer. We've been driving on the road for about 10 hours, I think. And then we had about half an hour on the ferry. That was on Town Tunnel, wasn't it? Yeah. Ferry takes about 90 minutes from Dover to Calais, from memory. I have been on it a couple of times. I was finding it being really surreal on one of those like big kind of ferry ship things, because you're going across the water and you're in what obviously feels like a kind of stationary place, object, whatever, but you have like the movement of the ship. And that's really odd to get used to, because you find yourself stumbling almost because the ship's moving back and forth, and then it's kind of moving off your centre of gravity and your balance is thrown off. It's really a very strange feeling, and it's not one that you can, I think you have to experience to understand what I mean. When I talk for too long, my head goes a bit light, and my voice starts to get a bit hoarse. So I have to make sure to drink something every now and then, keep myself awake and keep myself alive. Because only I could get tired from making videos and talking, couldn't I? For fuck's sake. What effort goes into this? Well, I talk and I play Euro Truck for a bit, and then I render it and then I upload it. Man, your life must be hard. Yeah, it sure is. Yeah, it sure is. Reminds me of, I have to get a real job soon after this year of uni. It's gonna be fun. Can't wait to endure the rat race. I try and keep that in my mind as much as I can, because I know people have to go to work and stuff to live, and I used to work as well, so obviously I know it's something I have to do. But the idea of having to, this will be the end of my, I guess, extended childhood and teenagers. I'm at university, I've not had to work while I've been here. I've been able to kind of just chill and kind of almost do what I want when I want, bar uni work of course, and it's been really nice. And I understand obviously the world can't run on people like that, because otherwise we'd all be in shit, etc. Yada yada yada. But I don't want to work for like 50 years. I want to go out and enjoy the world, but you need money to do that. It's a vicious cycle, isn't it? What a depressing turn this Euro Truck Let's Play has just taken. Boo! Bring back Happy Jim. I should be happy right now, because looking out the window that I shouldn't do, because I've almost crashed already. There is not a cloud in the sky. It's the sea air. Obviously living in Rambly, living near the sea. Seagulls in the background. All very gorgeous. So nearly there now, only an hour or so left in game. Marie's back. Hello Marie. Come to get her iPod. It should be okay to unplug it. If the video starts to randomly do things, it's because Marie's unplugged an iPod. Oh, and we're alright for now. Okay, goody. That's my... No, we are good. Nearly at Milano of our car parts, our Matt Malone car parts, as I've come to calling them. Where is everything? I can't hear you, Marie, I'm sorry. Oh, they're rest stops here, aren't they? Fantastic. So at least on the way out I'll be able to have a little nap. I wonder if Milano is a big place or not. I wonder if I can get a job there or not, actually, because we had that issue. That's why I started from Dover this episode, because I couldn't find a job at the start, which is really odd. There was just no jobs at that specific place. I'm not sure if it's because ProMods only gives you jobs at specific places. But then again, I got a job in Denmark, and Denmark doesn't exist in the real game, so there must be a reason. I'm just unsure what it is. Maybe everyone now knows my reputation as a, I don't know, an interesting driver, shall we say, and has decided to veto me from all jobs in that area. We will see. Not too far left, under 40 minutes now, and we're getting almost a clone of the service stations to the left and to the right. Ugh. Last time I was this far south I went skiing. It was pretty fun. I went skiing in France, and I fell over a lot. Brilliant fun. Is there another toll road coming up? I was just looking at the symbol on the map there, so I went quiet for a second. There's a toll road, isn't it? Oh, we got so far! It's paying more money to get there now. God damn it, this car park's better be damn important. Into our trucking one. trucking hell. Ah, it's funny, isn't it? Seeing as I've already said fuck in this episode. Oh! That was closer than I wanted to be to the back of that. Oh, move. It's just €7, you dirty bastards. Taking money. You never take my spirit. Come on, power, power. Okay. I was going to try and get out in front of this other guy, but he just went. Oh! I literally flinched then. I hit the wrong button and changed down gear. I don't know why I even hit that button. I was already in 7th. Well, I got Torino in this game. I think I only know Torino. Was that Turin? Or was that? Yeah, I think it is Turin, where the Italian job is set. Was it Turin? Someone will know, I'm sure, and then go to quote the very famous quote out of that film. I haven't seen that film for a long time. I used to have it on DVD, and it was very fun to watch every now and then. Makes you want to own a Mini though, which is I guess it could be a good thing, but I've never really liked Minis the same as everyone else seems to. Like, I like Minis with like motorbike engines in, but Minis as they are, like I never seem to understand them. Very much like a cult thing, aren't they? Like the AE86, which I very much do understand, and I would very much love one if the opportunity ever came for me to own one. Realistically, it never will, because yeah, but it would be cool if that happened. Righty then, so turning off what I am sure will be the last part we're doing now. Here's Milano, there's a sign saying we're coming into it. Nice and wide, and we've got a junction at the bottom, so we better start slowing down. Don't want to run into the road and murder someone. Get into our right lane this time. I always seem to just kind of straddle both lanes. Strad, man. I always forget to change gear, and that first is really a gear just for rolling and like getting going. It's not like first in cars kind of it lasts a bit longer. Here it's literally like 2 or 3 miles an hour, and it starts just dying when you go anywhere near anything higher than that. Oh good, there are jobs around here. That's a good thing. I'm kind of relieved. I didn't want to have to teleport back to Dover again. That's a pain in the ass to do that. What's 70 kilometers an hour? Whatever this guy's doing, I guess. Inside line, mate. Oh, I need to be on the left. Where? I need to get behind this guy. God damn it. Stop shitting at me. You aren't a super... Alright. Have it your way. Of a man truck hype! And it's gone. By man truck. I hardly knew ye. Oh, I just said I was going to look at Volvos, didn't I? Yeah, that actually involved going back to somewhere. I think that's something for the start of the next episode. I don't think it'll really fit in this one. Go through those lights, goody, we got through them. God, it's all uphill, isn't it? Don't you dare. Yeah, that's what I thought. And here we are, destination. I can see my parking spot, so we'll get the indication going. We will get the truck into 5th, I think, will be a good gear. Maybe 4th to turn it around. Oh, this is going to be a difficult parking job. Oh, no, maybe not. I can't even see. Can't see a thing. I know I should use overhead view here as recommended, but I like the challenge of not doing so. That is going to be a bit too far. Maybe actually it might be alright. Oh! I hit something. What did I hit? What did I hit? Oh, probably the digger. Also that other trailer is not. This is me leaning my head out the window. So I can justify using this view. Nice slowly. You know what? I'm almost getting good at this, aren't I? Almost. There's the excellent rating. Did we get any truck damage, that little bump at the end? I don't think we did. No, we didn't. Awesome. Good, good, good. And we're going to be level 6. Yeah, yeah. Almost level 7. Well, we're really leveling up at quite a rate here. Getting good at this, aren't we, guys? Yes, we are. So that leads us to, next skill point. Seeing as we are trying to avoid the longer episodes for now, let's go to some more high value cargo, shall we? We should do that. Good, good, good. We'll apply that, and there you go. Episode done. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I know it's a bit rambly today, but hopefully you guys can get on board. Thank you for watching always. Episode 10, hopefully here's to 10 more. And if you like the video, subscribe, etc. Do all the good stuff. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you later.